Hello! Welcome in, everybody. What's up? My name is Casey. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. Alright, we are going to do an elemental sign read today. I was guided. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. It's always a pleasure to be in the collective energy. Just call on the light. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light, archangels, ascended masters. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. Alright, I did some channeled messages for the collective. Welcome in. I do some automatic writing and I'll channel some messages. And may more come from that. May, too. I'm hearing see more butts. Don't see more butts. Alright, I'm going to read these off and then we will get in. We put fire and water last. Or as you were, we did earth and air last time. So we are going to switch it up and we'll put you guys first. Thank you guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Leave a comment. Welcome in. I am a psychic medium, a channeled reader, and intuitive. I'm very esoteric in my ways of being. I've had tumultuous awakening experiences, but it's been the thing that's been so beautiful. You know, the collective energy, the collective right now is going through this very deep subconscious, you know, especially if you're like a psychic or a medium in whatever way. I would definitely say mediumship or work in shamanism. I'm hearing soul retrieval. There are a lot of the collective, you know, some that don't want to wake up and they don't want to, and there's some that never knew they could or that they were even asleep. So when you start to wake up to that there's so much more. It is, you go through the highs and lows, the tests that come in, you know, we're shaped and formed in the most beautiful ways, you know, calling on the light and bringing that forth and being benevolent in your ways of being, you know. There are some that are working with some, you know, in the shadow, the deep shadow, even with, you know, I heard the underworld, in whatever ways trying to bring aspected pieces of archetypal energies and whatever they may be through the psyche and the psychic pathways here, but definitely working with being able to, somebody's doing soul retrieval. What's up, guys? William, you're almost home. Hey gorgeous, hey family, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Hi Essie. Today is my daughter Kylie's birthday. It also is the Marine Corps birthday, so for any of you devil dogs out there, oorah, happy birthday. Happy birthday, United States Marine Corps, and my beautiful daughter Kylie. Hope you guys are all wonderful. Okay, channeled messages, and then we'll get into the elemental reading. I'm not sure how much sun I'm gonna have. Alright, you got telescope, transistor, higher elevation. I'm hearing Yosemite, and there's something like Twin Peaks. I don't know if that's a place that somebody knows. I'm also seeing the letter M-H. Miller High Life, I'm also seeing too. The 9th house. So then we're talking about the centaur archer. So somebody's name could be Archer or into archery in whatever way. Then I channeled the word sonogram. And sonogram, which uses a very, because as soon as I did that, I was going to write like high frequency, high vibrational, because I was starting to feel that energy. I'm hearing a resonance energy. I'm hearing bilingual, multi-dimensional effect. Effective sonar. So for the sonogram, which uses high frequency sound waves to create in real-time pictures. So it's kind of like an X-ray in a way, if you would, but it's using sound waves to display an image. So you could, and I'm giggling. Told you to write it down at translucent. Okay. Also, there's something like with the transit system, or going around the transition too as well here. And then I've got the word sanctify, to sanctify, which is of holy, right? I've got goosebumps over my entire body. Then I got aborigine, and the aborigine, they were indigenous to Australia. I also after that got Queensland. And then I heard, and then I was like in Alaska, okay, and the days were short, kind of how it is right now. And I was out in the snow, right, so, viewing, and it was like there was a masculine energy out there, and somebody was looking for a child, or I heard rigor mortis, so somebody, I'm hearing grandfather, you know, and I'm also hearing that avalanche again, and I don't know who watches that has something with the avalanche, because I normally don't pick up on that. Like, that's the first time in a year and a half my crown chakra is going off. Okay, Queensland, so there could be something prominent with that as well. These are channeled messages. Rigor mortis. Then I heard fossil beds. I'm also hearing museum, magnesium as well, and then fossil organ is a place as well. All right, non-judicial, but I heard New Junction City. Non-judicial, so somebody here is going through a process on a foreclosure, whatever that may be, that is actually happening outside of court right now. And if somebody is asking about a win in court or moving forward in a way, I want to say yes, there's a victory. You know, I do want to say too, my son has to go rev up his dirt bikes as soon as I get on my channel. Little shit. And then I heard mainland, so mainland living. And then I heard offshore account. Hearing the name Brett. Seeing that Britannica keeps coming through too. So there's something here and I want to say it's like a kosh, or somebody's trying to call forth some sort of energy. Somebody here is using clear quartz to connect. It's able to hold a higher vibrational frequency. The indigenous. Okay. So moving on. Oh, I need that still, because I've got to write down the timestamps. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Thanks for hitting the like button. You guys freaking rock. All right, elemental. God, I hope that we're gonna put earth signs first, okay? Because earth and air. So we'll go earth signs, air signs, then we'll go fire. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, and you're gonna hear me roar. Water. Why is I having a hard time getting the water out too? Hydration, fluidity, the profundity. Somebody here is using water, and it's like electromagnetic. I don't know. If like things are in the water, it's like a magnet. There's some sort of frequency that's happening, or being able to. I'm hearing push, pull, start. Push, pull, start. There's something that somebody's using water in, and if this is like some electromagnetics, and it's like the water. I'm hearing halogen, and halonite. Halonite. Is that a? I didn't look that up. I'll have to look that up. Is halonite a crystal? Halonite. I'm seeing brown too. It's like a stone, almost kind of looks like a stone, and I'm seeing it's got grays and browns in it, and it's got like specks of like red. I don't know what that is. I'm just seeing it. And I'm hearing Tazanite again as well. What's up, William? What's halonite? Is that a anybody know what them night howlers are? They're flowers. The night howlers. See, somebody thought they were coyotes or wolves in Zootopia. Alright. Earth signs, starting you off. 9:39. What's up, Earth signs? Welcome in to your elemental reading. My name's Casey. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive. I'm just going to channel messages, whatever comes out. I just ask that you would have the intention to connect in such a way with your spirit guides, calling on the lights, ask for a sign, a symbol, a synchronicity. You have to remember multidimensionally, these things are happening on all levels. Some are just hearing it now. Okay, so welcome in, guys. I love you, Mooncat. What up, baby? All right, Earth signs, here we go. For the highest good, a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Look back on your childhood. Shall I read this from the book? Somebody's reading a book. Somebody's going to open something up from a childhood, because I do feel like there's some sort of somber that's been here. See the writing utensils also that show up here? It's like some sort of fortitude or forward writing, or something that's initiated through some sort of extraterrestrial. It's a portal. All right. It's a portal. Here, you got the spirit of life. Remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. This dog's name's Odin, and he's just over here hanging out. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness in you. See the angels? So somebody's here. Calling all the angels. Calling all the angels. She talks to angels. Okay? Let it be. I'm hearing that. And authenticity attracts. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call from the simple path, when you call forth the simplest path, it appears. And vice versa. Yeah, that'd be true, huh? Let it be, let it be, let it be. I heard motherfucking let it be. Let dead dogs lie, let it rest, let it go. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the rising sun. All right, and then you have being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. When you stay true, you naturally filter out those that don't align with you. So I do feel like there's something that you're letting go of, or being guided to. Maybe it's something that you struggle with, and it's saying you will get there. And I think a lot of it is taking on personal responsibility or accountability in some way for something that doesn't belong to you, or you having to feel like, say if in your adolescence or in your childhood, like your main job was taking care of other people, your siblings, raising them, maybe you had an absent parent, or they were into addictions, or just it was, you know, never feeling displaced. You always had like this inner voice, you know, had to grow up and be more mature. You're really being guided to tune in. So let's go to, it's card number 1. A time to remember. Don't you remember the reason you loved me before? Baby, come back to me once more. And it's like a self-call too. It is a self-call, and it's like really tied back to the childhood, because look, Earth signs, you've got this, the sun that comes out, and there's 2 people sitting here, and this could be 77 as I say this, representative of you, different aspects of yourself, but there is, it's like that childhood. So I want to read that it's like 7 of Wands, going out and to find this version of yourself, you know, this elegance. I think somebody here too really resembles, they can embody a lot of different characteristics, or inhabit a lot of different ways of being. There's a very uniqueness about you. Not everybody's going to get the same version of you. You have to know that, Earth signs. But with somebody here, there is a unique bond that's showing up as I look. It says unique bond here. And you've got the 2 of Cups. So the soul alignment, somebody else that is, I heard confidential, okay? So that something's confidential. This could be embarking, or like there's something else that's unfolding, or you're going to unpack through, going back to this, a time to remember. Baby, come back to me once more. When will I see you again? Somebody left with no goodbyes. Nothing was said. Maybe like something was just, there's nothing to say, there's nothing to be said. A time to remember. A photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves, as it can bring to the present the memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be especially beneficial practice, particularly when working through harmful patterns or beliefs that we might have regarded our childhood self. Awareness. Gather multiple photographs of your younger self. Reflect on each one and choose the image that you feel most drawn to. Once you have your photograph, take some time to gaze at the image, observing yourself in a neutral and non-judgmental way. Try to think of yourself as you would think of any other child as a precious treasure. Separate from any memories of who you were then and who you are now. That's a powerful exercise. Know that you have this viewpoint in your mind. Bring a feeling of love into your heart. Hold the photograph in front of you and let this love build up inside of you for your childhood self. I've done that. Send love you feel inside of your heart to the picture of your younger self. Tell yourself that you love yourself and that you are perfect just the way you are. Whenever it is that little you is yearning to hear, tell yourself in a voice of love. If you are journaling, what thoughts and feelings does the image of your younger self bring up inside of you? Do you feel any blocks inside of your body or mind when you practice this exercise? Is it hard to do? I mean, this is you. This person that you are now is the person that you've grown into. It's so important to go back into, because sometimes it's not always that we need the adoration and the accolades of others, but more or less that self-care for ourselves, you know? If you have strong negative feelings associated with childhood or child self, this can be a difficult practice. While this exercise can be incredibly healing, only go as far as you feel comfortable. And it is something about accepting what is or what you've grown into. I feel like, too, somebody here's 44s underneath that, and it is you deserve to be seen. See, and I was just channeling, you can do hard things. It's not as impossible as it may feel, Earth signs. Sailboat, you know, you're becoming very aware here. You're listening to the wisdom of the body. There really is something here about seeing your own bodies where stored energy possibly could be. The divine guidance out here. What's up, buddy? See the stored energy, see the energy body, and how this, I heard esoteric being. This being is moving a body of energy throughout you. It's like your body is made of the cosmos. That energy that's in the cosmos lives within your being. It's activating that. Somebody here is really going to start putting a lot more focus on self-activation, listening to their inner voice. Listen to your inner voice for clear and authentic guidance, self-expression. And you have the sun that comes out again. Remember I showed you the picture with the two kids sitting there? And there's this doorway that's opening as the sun's starting to rise and somebody's finally starting to see through the what is it? Now I'm hearing underground tunnel. Somebody was like a tunneler in the military. You know, they were tunnel diggers. Tunnel rats. That's what I heard, a tunnel rat. I am nourished by the great sun. As a result, the light within me grows brighter and brighter. And it's very beautiful. Energy. It's just a feel of a somber, something that's maybe that's been heavy and hard for you to, maybe you didn't even notice that this I said when I opened this reading, the collective is going through a deep purge to the subconscious. All right, and some of those that are mediums or shamanic or in whatever way, you might not even identify as that, but it's already within your legacy. And there's certain things that are activating that. Somebody has a lot of codes stored within their body, and these codes are, it's almost like just to receive them in whatever way, get grounded to receive these codes. In whatever way that you would do that, preferably to be barefoot and to get into nature. Somebody's going to start doing ice baths or moving in some way. It's like the body is weak. You know, it's the soul that's strong. This thing will be like, oh no, I can't. I stubbed my pinky toe. I'm not running my 2 miles a day. And then some people are like, fucking let's get it, right? Foot's all blown up by the time they're done, but it's something within, it's that drive, it's that, you know, there's something good that comes from this. So you deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines off the bay, oh, I wanna be. Somebody wants to be there in my city. Okay, so you got divine guidance here. For the person that's going to watch this message, the message that needs to come through most. Watch out for burns. Something could be hot too. Sweetener. And then, I'm having a hard time getting these cards to come together. Sweetener. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Maybe somebody's out of sweetener. I wanted to knock on my deck, which is weird because I don't do that. Knock, knock. You know, it's like you could be expecting a knock at the door, a call. The Isle of Avalon. Healing, returning to wholeness, and transformation. Yeah, there's somebody here too. Is like somebody could have been sick, or could have been going through something that was very trying for them, and they're healing on this process. The create, serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, soften to love. So somebody's going, like, there's two complete polar opposites of energy here. So we're talking about Mars energy and we're talking about Avalon. So there could be something with going back to the childhood too. Okay. What's coming towards you? Earth signs. What's coming towards you? It's like somebody's taking one step back, taking a look back at something. Gonna look back on something, and it's like that's that last. It's like once I take this next step, I'm not. There's no turning back for me. I'm not looking back, you know. But somebody at this point is like, they're looking back on something. Whether this is the way, you know, how far you've come. Maybe you were somebody who was never outside, and now you're backpacking and belaying and rock climbing and doing other things. Like there's going to be a very diverse change that comes about. Somebody else is like, I don't know. There's that woods again feeling that I feel like something's out in the woods, or like I'm hearing the dogs bark and I'm seeing the search and rescue. All right, current energy, community. Okay, so clarity. So there's a sense of community that's bringing in. I heard auspicious circumstances. All right, this could have to do with a way, in some way, that you communicate something or something's being delivered to you. This is very successful for you, Earth signs. This is good news for your home. This is coming home. This is a celebration. There is something here that the divine has, like a surprise. It is a surprise. And this has to do with, like, I'm hearing mental agility, realizing the truth, and you're having this vision within you. How are you feeling about this situation currently? Standing your ground. So yeah, you've been up against something here, without a doubt. There's been something that you've been up against. Oh, look right behind that, conflict, and you have standing your ground. There's a lot of like high energy, and I'm feeling like masculine energy, fiery energy in some way. It's like fighting fire with fire, because there's some sort of opposition against what you're trying to do or what you're trying to bring to a community, or the clarity that you're trying to bring. 11, as I say this, 11/10. November 10th, that's actually today's date. That's pretty awesome. So I do see that there's been conflict, and that's how you feel about this specific situation, but the energy that's coming to you has to do with community and bringing some sort of clarity. So what's this conflict? All right, because somebody's moving on here. Somebody's looked at something I heard the very last time. So last time I'm going to look at this. This last time I'm dealing with this. You do understand that something has been reflected back to you in some ways, and you finally reached a limit, you know, on this specific sector of your soul searching journey. Like it's somebody's closing out the cycle. We have the 9, we have the Hermit out here with the moving on here, the 8 of Cups. And what's this about? Because it's like choosing yourself, the moving on and this soul searching. Yeah, moving on too. You could actually be in an energy where you've had a choice of, you know, focusing on the negative and self-absorption, like getting into depression, and really picking those two paths. You can have this choice with planning and, you know, having the options, but it's like somebody here leaves themselves no options when they're in this apathy, and that's why you've gone into this cycle of some sort of soul searching here. There's a vision out here to come, and this is a very mature energy that comes from this conflict over here, you know. So through the apathy, you know, resilience. So somebody here could have been injured or hurt in some way. Earth sign. This guy's got a bandage on his head and he's holding a stick. That, you know, his walls are built high. So I just feel like somebody's probably, you know, been down and out in whatever way this may be, not seeing signs or synchronicities from the universe and having some sort of apathy. What's the soul lesson here about as you're moving forward from this cycle on the soul level through the cycle? Okay, so the soul lesson. Ungrounded, overly ambitious, mean-spirited, shallow, psychopath, and jealous. Yikes. Gullibility, impatient, lack of energy, and lack of creativity. So there's something, it's like, damn, you've lost a lot of energy to other people around you. And it's like somebody always wanting to have the last word, or always wanting to take, like somebody took a very heavy spiritual hit here with the apathy and this spiritual seeking. There's a cycle that closes now. See, somebody is blocked off, and somebody's learning how to use their intuition or has foresight on something that is to come here. Because I did see, you know, somebody here too. You could be, I want to say there could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Definitely, you know, I've got the Chariot and I've got the Queen of Cups. Those energies are very psychically intuitive. You could be picking up on a wavelength or a frequency from a different space and time, or from an ancient collective that has been dredged through some sort of deep subconscious work, or some sort of interaction that you had with specific individuals. And it does feel like with that mean-spirited or this like mean-spirited people that have come into your presence. And I think that that takes a lot of energy, because you almost feel like you have to fight. And I think where they knew, you know, these people wear mini masks, and because they did, you also have had to wear masks as well. And trying to be as most authentic, it's like at the core of you, you're seen for your love, your heart, and your ability to connect, not just with yourself, not just with lovers, but with all people. There's an essence that you have ability to, it's like I'm seeing a big green aura to really, in purple, to work on this heart chakra. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Zedekiel, Ganesh. Everything that's out of balance is getting put back into balance at this time too. I would definitely say call on the archangels. They are omnipresent, which means they can be everywhere all the time. You have to ask. You have to invoke your angels and ask for the direct guidance, or talk to them, speak to them. Your overall outcome, you got the Queen of Swords here, and you've got the Fool. Okay, so right now somebody's like moving in a positive direction, but there's still an aspect of their self that has like, you know, it's almost like you've taken on another person's energy in some ways that's trying to like hang on to your light. And what I'm being guided to say is, you know, we want you to raise your vibration. We want you to raise your vibration and take care of your body. And you'll understand when you start to get away from others as well. You can kind of decipher really what is yours and what's not. Sometimes, you know, other energies, they're very irritating to you. And as much as other people can irritate you, I want to say Gemini, because look at all this conflict. Like, I want to say this is definitely like your energy. Your high vibrational energy is just as irritating as a lower density. You know, it's that bitchy, whiny cry, poor me, poor that, and you're trying to stay in a state of compassion and with boundaries. You know, what's your biggest obstacle over this next week? Not self-sabotaging your own happiness. So obstacles are in reverse, as you were. Your biggest obstacle this week, I want to say Gemini, but I know this is for earth signs. Resisting change, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, avoiding loss. So that feels like a challenge for you. I want to say too, this is very much in the psyche. Pisces could just be prominent. February 19th, I heard 1999. A lack of enthusiasm and sadness. So there could be something that hits you hard, and then some sort of mask falls or is able to break free, so that there's now this clear communication or clear connection here that's coming home. So coming home to yourself, the conflict comes out again, and there could be some conflict around your home or signs undoubtedly right now. Your inner child is very important. It says inner child, Page of Cups. That's what's going to bring you through this, because this, like the wounded self, wants to bring you back to a certain place of thinking or being at sometimes, when it's not. It's like a projection almost of a different version of yourself, or an attachment that, you know, whether it's in the psyche or in the physical body, right, through projections of others, like lots of screaming and yelling and things like that. So your guides are saying you have the courage and the strength to get through this. August could be prominent for you, as well as August 3rd, 1938. 1938. Hey, how's my reception out here? If you guys give me a minute, I'm gonna get my sweater on. Oh. I can't wait till I can use my shoulder again. It's gonna feel so freaking nice. Alrighty. That's better. Alright, I'm going to get an angel number for you guys, and then I'm going to go plug my laptop in real fast so that I can bring it out here when it starts to get a little bit darker. Today is my daughter's birthday, so I'm going to be making her, they want mom's street tacos, so I'm like, let's do it. Actually, I hear the little girls right now. Alright. Thank you. Happy birthday, Marine Corps. All right. I've been guided to get channel messages too for you guys. You got limitless potential. All right. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of the tension and relax. Being called to loosen up a little bit. All right. Situations you could be going through. This could just be, these are just channeled messages, a little deck of cards I made. To stay on the table as someone loves and misses you. Time after time. Life lessons. 222 could be prominent here. For the highest good. Calling on the light. Holy Spirit, holy angels. Alright. I see illness and tattoos. So maybe I've also heard sepsis right now. So maybe somebody's going through that purification of the blood or something with the blood. I'm also hearing defibrillator. So heart, blood, time after time. Okay, Earth Angel 333 comes out. Time will be perfect. 1212. I love you. So somebody's definitely through using that. You're picking up on the vibrations and of those passed on, and your angels trying to communicate with you through numbers. Very spiritual, gifted, and seer here. Okay, you really need to pay attention to your intuition. You could be up against a lot of lower vibrational beings at this time. Some, it does feel like that just don't want to awaken, but there's some, they don't know why their soul keeps kind of grabbing at you. It's like your light to grab that. Manipulator, a narcissistic, and a spiritual attachment that somebody has. You have a huge part of on many levels of awakening others. Lumeria, new energy, earth energy. March Madness, you are a warrior of light and love. As above, so below. Loving and caring soul here to help. Someone loves and misses you, and it stays on the top of the deck. There's a deep thinker out here who's very tied to the Akashic gifts, and they are receiving activation and light codes from these spirit beings. A very deep knowing. So somebody has a very deep knowing, and somebody needs a break to get away from others at this time. All right. Earth signs, air signs, let's go. 33. Alright, air signs. I'm being guided to pull from the person on your mind deck. Okay, these are just feelings, thoughts, emotions that could be involved with a certain situation or a person in your situation, or maybe even how you feel. These are just signs and synchronicities that may come through, let you know. So air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Welcome in, guys, for the highest good of all. My name is Casey. I'm a psychic medium. I am an intuitive. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. Check out the rest of the live section. Maybe there's something in there that'll call to you. Somebody here gets called to readings by, they just know it, and somebody goes by the number of that's on the read. That's how they'll know which number to go to next. I heard, here we go loop-de-loo, here we go loop-de-lie. So there's like this childlike, playful energy. I replay our conversations over and over. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Every time we get past arguments and get on the same page, I feel on top of the world and I succeed in all I do. So somebody's like, I feel. I replay this conversation over. Maybe you said something to somebody here too that changed a lot of things for them. So what changed here? I'm starting to see the path. I'm starting to see that my actions have consequences, and I'm giving up blaming others. I surrender to the will of God and let it be. So there's like somebody's spirit guides, or their own angelic team is this is something that sets them on their own soul lesson as well. There's completing a cycle here for you, air signs. There's somebody that that feels led by you or led to you, or their deepest thoughts are that of There's been obstacles that you guys have gotten over. The connection I have with you is so deep and profound on all possible levels: sexual, spiritual, emotional, and intellectual. The Lovers comes out. I also have the Lovers over here. All right, I'm being guided to pull this one as well. Just being near you is intoxicating. So you could have somebody who has very deep feelings for you. Somebody goes back to something that you guys have said or that's played out in whatever way that is. All right. On the soul level, can we look at the soul energy for the highest vibration, the higher self that's trying to come through? What are we going through right now? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius for the highest good of all. Take a look at the soul. I'm hearing Akash. Akash, okay. And remembrances. So somebody could be having very deep remembrances right now at this time. Guardian angel comes out. Oh, I told you, like somebody's in that angelic energy. They're able to transmit at a much higher frequency, so you're able to pick up on stronger communications and connections with others. It feels like you've pushed others out of the way. That anything that's been in your path or that's destructive. You might have like two, maybe it's overeating here, not eating the healthiest stuff, or somebody still smokes or vapes, or somebody still likes their pot in the morning and their evening to go to bed, and so maybe there's you have your things that will change in time. Right now you're going to where you need to be, and you have angels out here that are talking about, I see the community card up there. Your angels is always by your side, ready to offer protection and guidance. So it's like ask and you shall receive. Changes. I'm getting better. I overcome my weaknesses and build on my strengths and improve my inner qualities. They're speaking up, huh? Somebody really needs to speak up. I am aware of my progress and spread my wings towards the light. And you've got guardian angel. So you have a guardian angel that's coming through for you. I wonder if somebody, it looks like somebody drowned. I'm seeing somebody who's underwater. They were alive, somebody died in the water. That's going to be like for one person. But this is them coming through, that spirit. Tell me more. Somebody hears a medium. They connect to spirit. Somebody wears a headband. Somebody likes to wear a purple headband or purple, they like to cover their crown. Somebody here likes to cover their crown chakra. You're very sensitive, or somebody in the situation is very sensitive to other people. Somebody here's also scries. They scry into nature. Spiritual journey. Explore the deep connections with the universe, your spiritual journey. Holy crap. You're going through an awakening, and there are very prevalent things that are happening that are deep synchronicities for you in this space and time. Somebody here is recalling on the past and how things played out, like maybe these supernatural things that have occurred or that have happened. The 14th of September could be prominent as well. Your spirit guides are saying one step at a time. Somebody is hell-bound on following the light, undoubtedly seeking for this light within, and this is where they're at. They're inside. Somebody's going within their own being. Dreams are prominent, like somebody's connecting. We hear your call. We're always there. Ask for them to guide you in your dreams, to remember what's important, to go on a journey of remembrance through that. I saw the mountain ahead of me and I gave it my all, one small step at a time. I make progress by focusing on this present moment, the task at hand. As a result, I regain a good life. Okay. The love. Okay, the sun comes out as well. You could be dealing with a Leo in the inner voice. Listen to your inner voice for clear and authentic guidance. Somebody's a channel of the light. A channel of the light. Some sort of supreme being. Supreme, all-encompassing, almighty, source. Very high vibrational energy. Your essence, your I heard nationality, your original truest essence of the fragmented aspect. And I'm not going to say fragmented because that doesn't sound very good, but split off the old main soul. So creator mode, creator. I am surrounded and nourished by the great sun. Seeing it's like that Christ energy. This is very beautiful for you. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Grows brighter and brighter. Okay, So the light within me grows brighter and brighter. Somebody's going to become a powerhouse within their own being. It's like you never knew you could connect on such a deep level. The profundity here is overwhelming. Somebody here connects and their lips start getting numb and tingly, and when they take on a lot of light, they almost feel like passing out because it's such a high vibrational frequency. Casey, you scare me. Oh no. Shadow work. Explore your subconscious for revival of hidden aspects and heal from the within. All right, and then I want to look at the inner child deck for you too, because I said you kind of have like, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I do feel Scorpio energy. I want to say that I'm hearing draconic as well. Aphrodite, deities. To the inner child. You have two that come out, and one's actually an ascended master, Kuan Yin. This actually doesn't belong in this deck. Enlightened action. Choose compassion. Move forward with grace. There's a lotus or something that's grown within the heart. It opens up this sacred power. Very powerful. You're very powerful, especially when you move from a state of love and high vibrational frequency, to call on that light and to understand that you're having this experience, connecting to the eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. Let yourself be held by love. And you've got Saint Germain, the Violet Flame. You're a healer. You're a healer. You heal. Your aura, it's like huge. If you don't see your own aura, like, there are people that see your aura, and it is ginormous. It's a huge ball of light, and it's like you can call on different, with the mass too, is like being able to slip into different archetypal energies with balance. And it's like this peaceful disposition. It's because you're already tethered to this advanced aspected being, if you will, or main source energy that comes through. And it's like, let yourself be held by love, because you're so close. I'm feeling guided to read that for you guys out of number 9, which also, you could be a life path number 9. This could be the 9th house, Sagittarius as well. I heard intrinsic, very intrinsic energy. There's some sort of importance here. Somebody here too is like blocking out ignorant energy or greedy. Okay, that's page 5. It says, be true to who you are, becoming aware. Remember to breathe in deep. Okay, choose yourself for today. And 9, connect to eternity within. Within us lies hundreds of worlds, thousands of lives, and a millions of possibilities. We are infinite, stretching forever into the expanse of the universe. As beings of stardust and sunfire, we carry eternity within us. It is in our remembrance of our essence that we find stillness. This card just totally sums up this, like the depth of what you're going. It's beautiful. It is in our remembrance of our essence that we find stillness and a peace that extends past the borders of time. If you have pulled this card, it is time to connect with that eternity once more. Oh my gosh, this energy is so powerful. Take some time today to go into your inner worlds and connect with the expansion of the divine. Wow. Find a quiet place with minimal distractions, light, and few candles. Burn some incense, utilize crystals if you have any, turn on some uplifting instrumental music, and go inward. Start by visualizing the love at the center of your being. See the love enveloping you, surrounding you with its warmth, golden light. Feel the heat of the love, kiss you upon the cheek, and squeeze you tight in its arms. Let yourself melt into this love and become one with the divine expanse of all that is and all that will be. Hey girl. Yum. So if you're also journaling this too, when you hear, give me a second while I'm done reading this, I need you to plug in my laptop for me, if you can, over there by my banner in the shop.
So you want me to take it?
Yeah, you can go put that down first though. Thank you, girl. When you hear the word divine, what emotions do you feel inside of you? Somebody cries, like the love just is so overwhelming for their body. It's like the first time they've ever felt loved on this earth in that way, you know, and felt not alone. Is there anything that might be stopping you from fully receiving unconditional love or experiencing the wonder of the divine? Huh. Kylie's gonna go plug in my computer for me. All right, we'll get you an angel number. Don't you want somebody to love? No, my laptop charger, if you go in the shop where my banner's hanging, look down on the floor, you'll see it coming out. And I haven't plugged everything from it. Okay, I'll have to hand light it. I've got just like 20 more minutes and I'll be off.
Did you want to?
Huh? Okay, after a minute. Okay, let me get my pen and paper. You could have kids too, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you know, that hold activation and light codes for you as well. Because as soon as my daughter came over here, so I started seeing light activation. So you have a very prominent child too. That perhaps as you're doing shadow work, you might see things coming through your children as well, as you're breaking these chains. Somebody here's like main focus is being a better parent than the parent that they had, not abandoning their child, being slow, patient, and kind. Understanding how important this every bit of them is, and that you really are, a guardian for these children here. All right, angel number for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. 1818, your willpower. Achievement, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people, resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal of change is coming. You are destined for greatness. Nice read. Yeah, very connected in that essence. If I didn't have birthday dinner to do, I definitely would have pulled in on that. I love that energy. It's very beautiful. These aren't going to be for everybody, but they're definitely going to be for somebody. 4707. Fire signs. Here we go. Aries, Libra. Aries, Libra. You've been on my mind. Honey! What are you doing? I'm on my... hi, baby! I'm on my show. Yeah, in a minute. I'm on my show. Say hi.
Stumbled over
here. Say hi. Nope, you're not coloring on mommy's paper. Go in with TT.
Come on, baby.
I'll be done soon. Say see you later, dudes.
I'm so sick.
Say you later, dudes.
I'm sick.
You're sick? Yeah, you better get inside. It's cold. Allison's pulling cards already. Okay, let me take these guys inside for a second. If I can get out of my lawn chair. Hopefully you were frugal. Did you get ice cream? I was going to tell you to grab a cake or some cupcakes.
I did not. I didn't even think about that. I want Cash cake really bad, though, wherever you get that from.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Danny Cash is still at the park. He didn't want to leave his friends.
So how's he getting home?
Cub Cadet, guess how many cc's? 597.
Hello! I'm back. So, you guys know my son Ringo. He just turned 13. Anyways, he's a Libra. He can rebuild any motor. I mean, like, that's all he does is dirt bikes, motors. He's a fucking genius. Straight up. This kid has rebuilt, like, 3 stall motors just over the last couple weeks. It's in his blood. Like, he eats, breathes, lives, drinks. I mean, he knows I'm proud of him. He rides his bulls. He might be a little shit at school sometimes, but he's my boy. All right. See if we got some battery to power through this biatch. Let's go fire signs, and then we got water. Alright, what's the phone on? We're doing good. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh, cranky. I really need to hire that camera guy. Woohoo! We're out here in the jungle, just... There we are. We're in it. Did you feel it? Fire signs. Ringo's over there revving up. I'm like, oh, boy. Okay, so we're not starting fire signs at 47. Yeah, we're gonna cut that 15 minutes out somewhere. Sorry, guys. Alright, fire signs. 10202. I got the sniffles. I'm outside. What's up, fire signs? Welcome in. My name's Casey. I'm a psychic medium, intuitive. If you guys are new here, welcome in. If you're old, welcome back. I heard in hindsight, Sacagawea, Charleston Chew, Virginia, Wombat, Death Moth, Sacred Geometry, Abalonian, Ashtar, eerie, like this eerie feeling. Jason, like Freddy and Jason. Somebody watches a lot of horror movies, or because I see someone like running through the field and somebody behind that person. I'm hearing scream, a scary mask. All right. Scream, a scary mask. Let's see what's going on for fire signs. Fire signs, welcome in. By the way, happy birthday, Marines. Happy birthday. Also, happy birthday to my daughter, Kylie. Let's take a look. What's going on the energy? So, inner child could be prominent. That book's still sitting out here. Maybe you have a book you've written and you're like, fuck, I don't want to go back over that. There's something in there from your childhood that could be prominent. Maybe even, wow. A guidebook. Okay, this is the Inner Child Oracle Guidebook. The name Amanda, the name Lynn. I'm hearing the name Starling, or just like starling birds could be prominent here. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment, fire signs. Let go. Let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious. Invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. Precious. What would you build if you knew, like, I want to go to that world, you know, say in your soul plan, you're like, throw me in, boss, what's up? You know, it's fucking throw me in. And they're like, all right, we're going to kick you in that fucking descent. But before you go, you're like, I came to do something great. You know, I want to invent this. I have to send the signs and synchronicities. You make this pact with your spirit guides, like, they're like, no fucking around this time, Casey. And I'm like, don't worry, I won't. You've done everything but what you were supposed to do, and you're still here. So it just goes to show, like, alchemy is a real thing. I wouldn't change anything that's happened in my life. It grew me perfectly at the right rate. Sometimes my awakening was a little too fast, so I was, you know, you experience telepathy and you hear somebody else's voice in your mind. It's the most amazing thing you'll ever feel. Like, there are so many things. Like, source energy is omnipresent. It can be everywhere. It can manifest itself, and there is free will. I just heard that there is free will. 11 as I say that. All right, Starlight. Don't slow down, manifesting through hesitation or worry. Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. I heard Starlight. Like, somebody has a star name, like Stardom. Stardom. Where do we want to go? We're going to get in the dirty, because sometimes I look at this deck and I never got the guidebook on it. So when it became mine and my energy started kind of going into it, because I do use my psyche in such a way, I'm very esoteric. When you pick up on, when people have their synchronicities, they have their synchronicities. And when you're in a groove with your spirit guides and you have that connection, it can be eerie. It's like, what? What? You know, but it's like, you know, the most beautiful thing about awakening is that all the criticism, all the naysayers, all the, you know, somebody's got to have a critical judgment. Shit, I was that person one time too. I wasn't awakened, and when you're awakened and you see it, it's like you can knock it for what it is. 1222 as I say this, or be a light. A true master is an alchemist. It's about reaping these souls to awaken, you know, and there are some ancient, beautiful, mystical powerhouses of light. And they're intricate pieces to the whole. They are all intricate pieces to the whole. And some hold their very own light codes, their genetics, you know, their genotype. Very intelligent, very intelligent. I'm hearing bionic. What is bionic? Is bionic like just knowing or able to move things? Bionic? Can somebody look it up for me? What up, Rock and Divine? What up, Alicia? I love you guys. Thanks for waiting on me. Toodoo! I'm here. Crazy hair don't care. I'm hearing Mississippi Run. Mississippi Run. I don't know if that's a song. You know, and the other thing that's coming up is like that Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. It's actually a Stevie Wonder song, and he was blind. Signed, sealed, delivered. So getting back into music, the frequency too. Somebody also understands how like mainstream media. Wow. The things that were put in, like the frequencies, you know, they understand things. Algorithms, certain frequencies that create certain reactions. Well, we're always going to be like the guinea pig, right? But when you step into your power, then you step in the power of who you are, fire signs, you know, you rise above that just because you know you are connected to the infinite, the source, creator. And you have this strong intuition and these very beautiful psychic pathways. I would say that they are very tied to the heart in some way, you know, because love is at the core of this. This is talking about a unique bond that, you know, perhaps this lifetime you're destined to share in some way. But it looks like, you know, I look over and I see shadow work. So somebody's going through the recesses of their own mind, their own heart, this blocked off guardness. Like somebody wants to run, wants to get the fuck out, you know, blocked off. I just want to I want to be away from everybody, you know, until I can figure out who the fuck I am. What have I become of, you know, my unawareness? What have I created within that? And I want to say there's beauty in that chaos, you know, there is beauty that can come from that, because not only do you, in the eyes of those critical or, you know, people that judge or naysay in whatever way that would be, fire signs, well, they get to see you have this comeback. They get to see you have this comeback. They get to see you fire signs, like you could walk in there's a master, okay? This is just a very master that's walking this earth, that's listening to this message right now, that has seen so much darkness, so much hate, so many lifetimes, and it's like coming back to heal that core wound, that soul wound. It's like its only way that it could heal would be through the heart chakra. And it's like, whether in whatever way, it's like when that heart has been tattered or torn, in whatever way that may be, you know, we put on these masks. And there's many of them, and it's like somebody here is seeking this cards for the authentic self. Searching for the authentic self. This is very much fire signs. I see home, community. Okay, maybe somebody's away from home or transitioning to a different place with the Six of Cups here, escaping. Like somebody here self-sabotages shit in a way. We all do. Don't we all self-sabotage a good thing? You know, when it's like, I'm not used to, there's restoration. I'm seeing the feathers out here. Somebody sees feathers, and that is like their sign. They talk to the past on loved ones. 11:22, and it was just 111111 on the timer. That's like how many confirmations, and I look down and I see another 11. So somebody, you know, twin flame, perhaps a mirrored soul, a unique bond. It's out here. It says unique bond. I don't gotta be a psychic to make this up. But there's like, somebody's not of something here in whatever way, or doesn't feel like that. You know, it's like we're all one, but there's restoration here, because I see royalty and I see direct descendant to my left, and then I see a distant relation. So, and then I'm seeing somebody dead on that's illegitimate. It's illegitimate royalty. So what is that about? Some sort of passive conformity. And I do feel like this really does go back to things that are tied on a soul wound, soul scar, okay? And it's like something, and it's like I hear Dracula, like got somebody's heart, in whatever way, it has a huge scar on it, and it's like, have you ever seen like tissue regrow back when it has a scar? 1222 as I say this, and it just doesn't heal back right? It's the skin will never go back, those tendons and all those things. I don't know, there's something here with that, but something's being restored. Somebody is like, has refused this call, and it's coming up. Yes, if you're watching this, you know, somebody here is in some sort of industry, okay? Murder could be prominent for some of you, and a defender, a special intelligence. Murder came out again. I see murder on the wings of this one. Look. Right here it says death and murder. Murder again with the poison. That's what I said. So we're not looking at happenstance, I heard. What we're looking into is the soul wound. And in that soul wound, it's stored in these very special placements of when you came into this earth. Your birth chart is here to help you understand different aspects of yourself and what those placements mean or represent. You know, you could be very intuitive, but it's like work with the universe, understanding energies in whatever way that may be. You know, it does feel like Akashically too, there's something restored there too, as far as like, I heard a follower, you know, somebody who is, it's like following the light here. I'm very interested about the royalty because I'm seeing community and I'm seeing like happy families. So there could be a restoration in some sort of family for you in whatever way. Poverty in current lifetime. There could be a very similar aspect right now that is mirroring back through your experience that you're having. Something that's been unconventional. In whatever way. Something or somebody around you took on a lot of light, okay? When crystals crack or they break, it's because they can't stand that frequency, you know? And that's why I say with the clear quartz, grounding with jade, there's somebody here is going to learn crystals in the lower world, look, the past, and my eyes just went right to it. It's unmistakable here. The past, and there's this cave where this retreat happens, and it's like this is where I heard demonic, cursed, like the bloodline, something flipped in it. Accomplishment, they're saying yes, an achiever here and a competitor too. Like there could be an energy here, fire signs, where all of this energy that you've taken on or dredged up from the past or whatever, if somebody's come in and loved or caught you in your heart in some way, or it's just been shut down, and maybe it was slowly over time, or maybe you just knew the day that it did and it would never be right, like it literally closed. Like people die from a broken heart. People die from a broken heart. Okay, so there's a revolution here, an accomplishment. This is talking about becoming more natural. See, war, World War. There is like somebody who's been in many wars, even from the beginning of time with these opposing forces. I heard we all fall victim in some ways. Okay, so there's a revolution that comes out of this. It does feel like something from with under is being pulled back, is being pulled up through the recesses. It's like in the body. Maybe somebody could be coughing a lot too, just coughing, you know, and it's like this energy that's coming off of you. I want to say too, you have somebody that prays for you. And those prayers and calling on the light and the energy too, like don't ever underestimate. I think somebody here like may have an ailment within their body that they don't know about, you know, and it has to do with going through this shadow work, and in a way this is something that's healed. The King of Cups, it's because there's an emotional intelligence here that overrides that programming within the body, right? Become a healer. There's this very Saint Germain, the violet flame energy that comes through to heal this blocked offness. Why the blocked offness? I mean, like there's a really community, the marriage again. Okay, so why is that blocked energy? It feels like some defensiveness. This one just poked right out again, the King of Cups. Mature energy, the shadow works in the love, okay? So this fulfillment, you've got the Queen of King of Cups and wishes coming true, fulfillment. That's what's within the shadow. That's where you really hid the key to what you would want to unlock on this mastery level that you've walked into, or have been embarking upon. And maybe it does feel like trial after tribulation after, you know what I mean? It just feels like it. But now somebody's able to look at the healing aspect of it. They're going to be very good once they understand it's a pattern, okay? The patterns that you have. It's, you got to get in that. That's the part. It's like you can't just say, oh yeah, I know that's there. Like really, the best way to face something is face to face. You know, it's the best way. It's not through text. Doesn't matter. You're confronting it, your fears, you know, because we need to shed light on what things scare us. Why do we feel illegitimate in certain areas of our life? You know, see, somebody's overcoming some sort of obstacle here, okay? And this obstacle definitely has to do, it's like the very first aspect that would be aspected, right? In the soul. Watchers, okay? Like somebody's so powerful and has, I mean, there's millions of souls that have had so many lives that there's just this own coding, and this person's looking for this message. It's within you. Talk to it. Talk to yourself. Heal yourself. Give your body permission to heal. Give your mind permission to let go. Put your hands on your heart. Somebody needs to cry. Somebody needs to let it out. And somebody's making a decision about that. Not sure if they have the strength to. You show up in your own read. Your own energy shows up. So call on that strength of who and what you are. You are moving on the calmer waters. I see healing too. So somebody's going to transition or overcome something. Somebody ran a lot, whether it was just in some ways. Strength again. Ran from influence or ran into it. You know, there's bravery here, and somebody's going to have the courage to overcome some sort of defeat. You know, somebody's been defeated on some sort of level, because I feel like somebody here may have stepped out of bounds, or somebody cut the corner. Somebody refused the call, the dream thief, refusal of the call. Defeated. Somebody didn't make it. You know, it's like, look at him. Look at him guard this portal. I said watchers. It's like somebody was wearing too many masks. Something had to fall. Now somebody's in there with their intuition here. But what was the defeat here? What was the defeat over? Somebody's really could be digging into something here. Unique bond was in here. Defeated over a unique bond. There's justice or karmic justice or consequences. Law, truth, honesty, or integrity. There's cause and effect. So life lessons. 11 as I say that, and 11 as I look up. So 11, 11 again. So that's so symbolic or synchronistic for somebody. There's relief, you know. In some way there's relief here. I definitely would say it has to do with like a discerning, detached, you know, honest space, you know. You really have to be firm with yourself, or the universe is being firm with you right now over that energy. Anything else? Loss. So you could have just had a loss. I just felt a very cold presence. Very cold. And you know, when it's cold, it's heavy like that too. Just like it's all around my legs. I could just feel that darkness. Wonder if you don't feel that. High Priestess comes out as I say that. Spiritual insight, emotional stability. There's a divination here. So esoteric wisdom, cold and heavy. And I'm hearing that song by Zombies in your head. Alright, for the highest good of all. Anything else? Conflict. So there's a loss that somebody has here, straight up. There's a loss, and now somebody's blocked off because of a loss, you know, or has isolated themselves, taken themselves out remotely to wherever place, you know, and I feel like spirit, as much as they're pissed off, it's like their own soul, or if this is you or her, or in whatever way, it's like this is what's guiding you back to you. You don't know it yet. You're out there on some fuck you shit with everybody, you know. Maybe you did go through some conflict, but you're saying your guides are saying, like, I heard shot through the heart. I'm seeing the arrow out here, and soul retrieval. This is what brings you back to the state of who you truly are. You know, wherever you are going or moving or where you're not at right now, the rainbow could just be prominent. I repeated it like a bird, like a parrot. Is there an echo? So somebody could be, I heard the halls of Jericho, in a big hall, like a cathedral hall, some sort of church or sanctuary. Number 41 and 49. Somebody sees 49 all the time. 49 when they look at the clock. And at first it's like, that's not synchronistic, but somebody sees that, so maybe it is April 9th. April 9th. The Gatherer. There's spiritual retrieval here. There's some sort of revolution that somebody is going through here. There's an inner conflict that shows up, and I told you, like, this energy, see the dragon duel. Mortality, conscious, and choice. See the yin and the yang? Dude, there's some sort of activation of what comes around goes around in whatever way. See how they're tied? They're opposing forces, though. The inner conflict. Talking about the arrow, the inner child. Okay, so there's some sort of refusal, a dream thief. What is that? Past life card. Scribe or a writer. There was something that was already written. Okay. Here, the 13th could be prominent January 3rd as well. Okay, the smoky mirror. So there was an illusion cast over somebody's reality. And this, I'm going to say this, there's divinity, and I have goosebumps all over my body. I thought I felt and heard somebody right now. But it couldn't. Eternal union. New love is forming. Something else is formed because something else was written, like undoubtedly written. There's a big old dump truck. Big old tractor coming. Big tractor. The smoky mirror. 47, yes. Birthing, creation, potential, and growth. So something from this forms, it was something catastrophic in whatever way, but it's like there's a second chance to pick up the phone and answer the call. You know, you've got, just look at him guarding that portal. It's talking about the refusal of the call. I wish I had the deck, or the, Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Okay, so through the dark. See, that's a 13 and a 14. So somebody's on a path, without a doubt, calling back their power. This is a very heavy, dense energy that somebody has tapped into, and it's like you could have attributes in this lifetime. I feel like you're super loving, like you're it. 1211. There's somebody that has been brought back by some sort of love or power or call. See how I'm starting to cough again? So somebody's coughing a lot. I can feel it. Mother. Mother comes out in a farm. Past life. Scribe writer. Somebody who writes something. Somebody out somewhere is writing that the middle world is upside down. So somebody's world could be feeling upside down right now as well. I'm hearing cut your losses. To cut your losses. Alright, fire signs. Let's go. I'm gonna order me one of those, 1221. Taking initiative. One of those outside little burner stoves that they have. They're so nice. It looks like an indoor big old wood stove. It looks like one that would go in a canopy or a circus tent or something or whatever, you know, with a long stovepipe on it. But they're pretty neat just to sit around it. So I like being outside, but I don't like it when I can't feel my fingers and my feet. Angel number for the highest good. Excuse me for coughing. 244 could be prominent. 1011, which is actually next month on this day exactly. What is it, 30 days away? Hope, new beginnings, fresh start, lifestyle purpose, spiritual awakening. This is a call to action, to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. Alright guys, my battery is about to die on my thing. I think because I still have to clean up and stuff, and I'm going to go make dinner. I will finish water signs tomorrow. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I heard somebody say, and I will chat with you guys later. I hope all is well. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in, hitting the like button, You guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the morning. Kisses from Idaho. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. All right.